Gonna wait a little bit for the party to come in. How's everybody doing tonight? Who's here right now? I see 5 people. Hi, Pete. Oh, man. Your show was fun to watch earlier. Picked some fun stuff. I've been so excited to source for this train. I feel like it's been forever since I've gone to look for fancy glass. And so having the challenge of sourcing like fancy glass only was definitely a treat. I'm very excited. Hello. Welcome. We're just gonna wait for the raid to come in. What has been everybody's favorite piece so far? Out of everything we've been shown today, I want to know what sticks out to people. I've been watching for most of the day, modding on and off. It's been fun to see the variety of what everybody has brought to the table. Yes, all the huge vases. Oh my gosh. There have been some really cool ones. Super fun. I went to the antique store the other day to look for stuff for this, and there were like a couple like of the huge swung vases, and I'm like, oh, if that were in my range right now, I would have grabbed those in a heartbeat. Hello, everyone. Thank you for the raid, Dano. I'm feeling great for Gile. I'm doing second trimester is treating me fantastic. So, hi guys, welcome in. Hopefully, I can continue the party. It is hard to beat Dano. I feel like Dano's the life of the party. So, I will try to keep up my end of the bargain. We are between Dano and Sandy, My Flippin' Van Life today, which I thought was like a really fun spot to be in. So let us get started. First up, I have a Mount St. Helens Ash paperweight. This one is by Roger Vines. It is signed. Got some good iridescent pink on there, kind of like, they almost remind me of lily pads on the outside. And you've got that bubble flower in the center. Here's the signature on the bottom. It's a little hard to see. Vines 85 for this inches tall. This is currently at $15, and we'll start this right now. I love me a good paperweight. I asked this before the train came in, but what has been everybody's favorite piece they've seen during the train so far? I'm curious to hear. Thank you for the bids, guys. The pumpkin, oh my goodness. I love some good art glass pumpkins. Thank you for the bids. Bandit! Bandit, the Roger Vines paperweight is going to you. Thank you so very much. I do have everything preloaded. Oh man, I had to start my show while he was like finishing his up. What was the last item that he sold? I'll have to go back and look. Let's see, next up, get through some of my pre-bids. If I miss any pre-bids or if you guys want to see anything up close, let me know in the comments. Ooh, a Lalique fish. Ooh. I love Lalique. All right, so next up, this guy was hiding when I found it, and I was so excited. So we have an orb. We love our orbs here. It is a beautiful, 1 out of 10. Wow. That's incredible. So we have this orb ornament. It is like a lovely amber color with this like almost opalescent blue swirled in. It reminds me of like a planet. Here it is on like a darker backdrop where you can really see like that opalescent green blue swirled in there. And let me get my flashlight. See if we can get it. Just like light shining through, and you get a lot more of that amber color. Jersey Shell gets a point. Jersey Shell gets kudos. This is signed. It is signed Pyromania 2000, I believe. It's either 2000 or 2004. It's very hard to tell from there, but this is made, I think, on the Oregon coast. This is on the coast. This is currently at $27. And we'll start it right now. You could really use anything to hang it. It does come with this like fishing line and a washer, and it's very long. I'm not entirely sure like where they have this hanging that they would need a string that long, but that is the option it currently comes with. You can change that up if you're wanting something a little bit less than that, but Bandit, that is going to you. Thank you so very much. Enjoy. This is one of like my favorite pieces that I picked up recently. I love the colors. Let's see. Put that in a safe spot. Let's see. Next up, I remember we have at least one other pre-bid. This was one of my other favorites. This is a Buzz Williams paperweight, and it really hits all of those notes that I love about certain paperweights. Like iColt does this. There's a few other makers that have kind of that opalescent veil look, but this is like one of my favorite paperweights ever. So it is a little bit hard to see, but it has like a black coil on the inside and then blue opalescent around it that turns into like this smoky brown on the outside. Oh, yes. It is very comb jelly-esque. Here's the top of it. And so this was like in a really dark antique store. And so it's not really until you hold it up to the light that you get all of the blue. And there's some like green in there in the black coil. It's really hard to do this justice on camera and getting pictures of it. The colors are absolutely stunning, and the shape, it looks like an eel, like all coiled up in the center. It is signed on the side, Williams, 1984. Isn't it so good? This is currently at $37, and we will start it right now. I love it so much. Moonsky definitely hit it on the head with the comb jelly comment, I think. It feels very like deep sea creature bioluminescence. And I love how the light changes it. Bandit, that is going to you. Thank you so much. And I apologize if I am heavy breathing as I am talking. I am currently 20 weeks pregnant, and breathing is a little labored, so I apologize. Next up, I decided to bring a weirdo. Us on Niknax, I will speak for everybody on Niknax. I have no shame in saying that. We love weirdos here. Yay, baby breathing. I know. It will get worse from here. Trying to talk fast is difficult. I'll leave that up to you. We have a fused glass creature. I'm assuming he is a crab. He could be a squid, octopus creature. It does stand on its legs. And I assume he could hold something if you really wanted him to, say like a flower. Crabs and flowers in the chat, if you know, you know. I love his face on this side. He's got his cute little mouth. And then on the other side, you've got maybe an even better face. I'm not sure why. There's two different faces. but I think he's great. He is currently, yes, crabs and flowers. He's currently at $9. And we will run him right now. Ooh. I think he's so fun. This is running. Thank you for your bids. It's got that dichroic in there. And I just okay. While this is running, which train was it? What train was it? Was it like the garden one? What was that called? Something bloom. Bloom into spring, was that what it was? And was that the first? That was the first train? Wow. Pedal into spring. Okay, I think that was like the first Niknax sponsored train. Pedal into spring. Lindsay, that is going to you. Enjoy this creature. I was so excited when I found it. Yes, new mascot. Absolutely. It was for the Pedal into Spring train. That was like the first Niknax sponsored train. And I was doing my show and it was like garden themed florals. And somebody on Facebook asked for crab items. And I was like, I don't have anything, like, I can't do a crab. I don't have anything with crabs and flowers on it. So, and it's just been a thing ever since. So now you know. Jody, you get a point. The points don't mean anything, but you get a point. Let's see. Next up, we have a little coils bud vase. A little bit of a. I'm trying to get the colors in there so you can see. It's almost like a root beer brown and like a reddish orange put into clear. Really pretty calla lily shaped coil vase. Super. Oh, thank you for your buy it now purchase. If you haven't checked already, I do have items in the buy it now section available for purchase immediately if you want to take a look. This guy is currently at $11, and we will run it right now. And then if you didn't already know, if you are new to Niknax, or if you just want the reminder, oh, hello, Facebook. Hello, lovely people on Facebook land. Come join us over on Niknax.net to bid on these wonderful glass items today and tomorrow. If you guys are new over here on Niknax, or if you didn't already know, we do have thousands of items in buy it now listings. There's a bunch of glass on the homepage right now. We do like hand-picked items every month. Tons of fun. Let's see, T. Kelly, that is going to you. Thank you so very much. Sundance gets a point. Let's see, make sure I'm not missing any pre-bids because that would sure stink. Okay, it doesn't look like it. All right, next up, let me do a little Fenton. I need to expedite. I've been yapping too much. We got a little Fenton bird, little opalescent white Fenton bird. It is missing a little pink rose that would have gone here. I believe this is like a polymer clay material for the leaf, and it would have had a little pink rose to go on top of it, but that is missing, unfortunately. But it is signed Fenton, and I will start it right now. It is starting at 15. Swim Mom also gets a point. Got a little Fenton figurine. I've been so incredibly excited for this. I have a few like West Coast glass artists in my lineup that I'm pretty excited about. Thank you guys for looking. If you guys have any requests, everything's numbered. Just let me know in the comments. Next up, I'm going to do a little glass ball, a little glass float. I don't know if they do this in other places. If you live in a coastal area where they do this, let me know. But here in Oregon, they have like glass float events pretty regularly where different glass artists will blow these glass fishing floats, decorative, and leave them in different spots on the beach where people can find. So this is one of them. This is a pretty good size one. Head for reference. But I love the colors on this. It's got some pretty aqua blue, big ol' red spot here. Ohio gets a point. It's got these spots that remind me of like lichen or little sea anemones that you find in tide pools. Some of the bits on here do glow under black light. There's like a green spot and a little... Do they? That's good to know. This spot is like a little cadmium spot, and there is a little uranium spot somewhere on there too. So it's like mixture. I'm gonna start this at $20, and we'll run it right now. Yes, like from Lincoln City. Yeah, Lincoln City does a ton of glass ball events. I've never gone to like go find one myself, but I'd love to do that someday. You just kind of comb the beach, peering over all the driftwood and stuff to try to find one. And a lot of the time, this one's not signed, but a lot of the time they're like signed by the artists. Daisy's mom, that is going to you. Thank you so much. All right, let us sit you down. Bengals gets a point. Let's see, what else? I hate choosing. That's like the worst part for me, is picking what item I'm gonna do next. All right, next up, let's do a check glass piece. I haven't found one yet. Oh, you've bought two and your neighbors. Oh, that's so cool. They're so much fun. So I don't find a lot of check glass around here, but this is really fun. We have a check glass end of day piece. So if you're not aware of end of day pieces, glass artists would take all of their like leftover glass and make one final piece at the end of the day to use that up. So you've got like orange and red and green in there, and then it's a little bit hard to tell from the lighting, but this is like a really dark indigo blue. There is a little bit of chipping on the lip, if I can find it. There's like two little chips right here. But other than that, it is in fantastic condition. I'm going to start it at $30, and I will start it right now. We're running for the end of day check glass. I just thought it was super fun. I love the blue at the bottom. It looks black, but then when you get it in the right lighting, you can really see it. Thank you for looking. All right, let's see. Next up, let's do... This is an unsigned piece, but I had to grab it because I love some good cobalt glass, and I thought this one was really neat. So it's kind of that bulb shape, and then at the bottom, we've got a little bit of a swirl running through there. You can see. Super fun. There's a little bit of like bubbles. It's got this like planet looking swirl. Here's the bottom. 6 inches tall. We're gonna start it at $15, and we'll run it right now. Thank you so much. I love this piece. I love the shape. I love the swirl going through it. Try to get the blue in there. Thank you for your bids. Where's Dano? Whenever Amanda and Keenly Kristen do a show, Dano always demands cobalt. So every time I see cobalt, I think of Dano. Granny Blue Bar, that is going to you. Thank you so very much. Enjoy. Let's stick with the blue for a sec. I've got a lot of blue pieces. I have to show off this one because I thought I was going to pass out when I found it. This was like hiding in the kitchen section of where I found it. We have a Blanco Wayne Husted design vase. So you've got that really pretty thick pebbled Blanco glass with the daisy design on it on all sides. This is in the like turquoise aqua color, so it's not quite cobalt. It's a little bit of a lighter shade. I know. Oh, it's so pretty. There is some chipping on the inner edge. I'm guessing this was loved by whoever had this before me, but it's gorgeous. I'm going to start at 95 and I will run it right now. This is a harder to find piece for Blanco. Wayne Husted in general, those pieces tend to be a little bit more difficult to find. And I hadn't seen the daisy pattern before. These are raised. Really nice texture on there. 10 inches. Thank you for looking. Everything that does not go will be in the buy it now later this weekend. Looks like we have 10 minutes. Let's see. Next up, let's do a little Fenton. I don't find a lot of Fenton around here. But I did find this little Fenton cranberry diamond optic hat vase. I love optic pieces. You can see kind of that lattice design on the base. About 3 inches tall. Not marked. I'm going to start at $15 and we'll run it right now. There's one piece that I feel like I need to like yap about like a little bit. I found an Orient and Flume vase that has a backstory, and I'm going to share that with you guys because I personally think it's really neat. So I got this at an antique like market event. Not fully knowing the backstory on this, they just had it as an Orient and Flume. It is signed O and F. I know. I'm sure I can tell it within like 8 minutes. Don't worry, Sandy. It is 1977, so this was in the first few years of Orient and Flume being founded. So this is an early piece, which already is like, that's cool. Here's the piece. Really pretty Orient with the zipper and the pulled feather design. This is possibly the nicest piece of glass I've ever found. But the signature on the bottom, I did not recognize. There is a list of the people who have worked at Orient Flume in the past, and it did not match any of those. It did, however, look like it says Rich Gibbons. Richard Gibbons, Richard Gibbons was an apprentice at Orient and Flume before he went off and founded his own glass studio close by. What I didn't know was Richard Gibbons and Richard Satava of Satava Glass Studio is the same person. He changed his name to Richard Satava after he left Orient and Flume. So this piece is made by Richard Satava while he was an apprentice at Orient and Flume for like a couple years. As far as I'm aware, as far as my research has shown me, this is the only existing piece on the market from his time at Orient and Flume. So there's plenty like from his studio after he founded his studio, but this is the only one that's signed Orient and Flume that he made. So starting a little high at 300, but I figured I would show it and tell the story because I think it's cool. I'm gonna start it for funsies. Isn't it so cool? I love the story behind it. And it was double verified. I did contact Orient and Flume by email, and they did confirm that the signature was Richard Gibbons. And then a third party, someone who used to do the signatures for Orient and Flume, reached out to me via email and let me know that it was in fact him. So I don't know. I think it's a really fun, like, glass history, recent history piece. And I just wanted to share that. Kind of a fun PBS style moment for the glass train, because why not? We've got a few more minutes, so let's do another cobalt piece. This piece was made by Ken Patterson, I believe of Ramon, California. So this is a West Coast piece. Yeah, thank you guys. I love the research portion of this line of work. It is so much fun. Let's see. So this is made by Ken Patterson of Ramon, California, 1999. It's a little handkerchief vase. Somebody got a pane of glass and sculpted this. But it is like cobalt with kind of a slag appearance, with some of the lighter blue running through. And then they gilded the top edges, which I think is like really cool. It is signed on the bottom. I'm going to start this at $25 and I'll run it right now. I totally agree, and it's not because I'm biased, because I'm a moderator. Niknax and Mainly Made is by far the most fun community I've been a part of. If you are looking in on Facebook, come join us, because this is like what makes our community fun. There's so much learning thrown in to this experience. It's not like just shopping for collectibles and stuff. You get to learn things, you get to talk to people, you get to, I don't know. It's very interconnected and it's a lot of fun. So come join us. Next up, let me do this. I have a witch's ball. It's a little weird, but thank you for the buy it now purchase. Next up, if I can find it and remember what I was grabbing. Here it is. I have a little witch's ball. It's kind of a weird one. It's more balloon shaped than anything. But we have this kind of balloon shaped witch's ball, clear, with this green running through the middle. The glass on the outside has a little bit of that opalescent look. Kind of changes depending on what backdrop you have it on. There is a little bit of scratching on the glass in portions. Just a little bit. And it is signed. I think it says Fort, potentially, 2002. I can definitely run the Richard Satava again. Let me do that right now, just so we have time. Let's see. Move the stage, and we will restart. Bam, ba bam. That has started again. Oh my goodness. D.A. Fortman, thank you so much for your bid. This is like a one-of-a-kind piece. I have a Worth Point subscription. If you are also a reseller, seller in general, and you collect a lot of like hard-to-find pieces, unique pieces, I believe Jocelyn has a code, like a referral code for Worth Point that you may want to look out for, but there was none like this on Worth Point. D.A. Fortman, that is going to you. Congratulations. I am so happy to pass this on to somebody who's going to enjoy it. I'll try to remember. I can screenshot the email from Orient and Flume and the person who does the signatures for them, who did the signatures for them as well, just so that you have those for future. For what, for whatever you would use them for. It's kind of fun to go with the story. Absolutely. Thank you. Enjoy. I'm so excited that it's going to somebody who knows the story and is going to appreciate it. All right, let's do this witch's ball really quick. We have about 2 minutes before, yes, verification, certification. It's nice to have like the full thing. Let's see, we have the witch's ball. I'm gonna run that really quick, starting at $10, and it is running. I haven't found like a witch's ball that has the same shape. I don't know if you guys have seen them, but they have like ceiling hangings, wall hangings where it's blown glass and it has the balloon shape and there's a string hanging down. No, not at the antique mall. I found it a few months beforehand, but I definitely told you about it. Not this one. No, that was the other glass orb. That one already went. My Angie's, this is going to you. Thank you so very much. Tarnished Teaspoon, hello. Jen, welcome, welcome. Okay, guys, we have 1 minute. Next up, we have Sandy, My Flippin' Van Life. I was going through her stuff, and she has a Lundberg Studios paperweight that I am obsessed with. I love Lundberg Studios. If you like that, like Orine, like that luster effect, check out the Lundberg Studios paperweight. It's the Starry Night one. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. Enjoy the rest of the train tonight and tomorrow. Go give Sandy some love for me, and I will see you guys later. Bye.